Hey, good morning. It's Patricia Murphy. It's Tuesday. This is Seattle Now. Starbucks said just last week it would boost pay and offer workers more shots at training and advancement. Next week, baristas at 3 locations on the East Coast could vote to become the company's first American stores to unionize. We'll hear from one Starbucks employee who's leading the effort and get some analysis from a New York Times reporter covering the story. But first, let's get you caught up. COVID hospitalizations have started to level off across the state, which sounds like good news, but health officials say the number is still concerningly high. Hospital leaders say even though cases have been dropping for weeks, the plateau is a daily average of about 1,000 hospitalizations. That's more than 3 times as high as the previous plateau last winter. Another day, another executive order from Mayor Durkan, this one on the city's climate goals. The mayor is in Glasgow for the UN Climate Conference, where she ordered the city to ditch fossil fuels in municipal-owned buildings by 2035. She'll also create the city's first urban pedestrian zone and offer more free transit to middle and high schoolers, among other things. And how you doing? Does this sound right to you? A new Census Bureau survey says we're the most anxious city in America. The Seattle Times FYI guy reports more than 50% of adults in the metro area reported feeling nervous, anxious, or on edge at least a couple of days over a 2-week period. The survey doesn't say why we're so keyed up, just that most of us are, a lot of the time. I just got anxious reading that.
Hi, welcome to Starbucks. Who can get going for you today?
Hi there. Can I get a tall non-fat vanilla latte and a venti pumpkin spice latte?
Of course, those are both hot today.
Yes, thank you.
Of course, got those for you. All right, anything else for you today?
That's it, thanks.
All right, it'll be 11:03, and you'll see Abby here at the window. Thank you.
Thank you. I don't know about you, but I've got to have my morning coffee. And if I'm buying it, not making it, maybe I want something a little special. The drive-thru at my nearby Starbucks is a pretty streamlined experience for me, but it's easy to see. There's a lot going on behind the counters to make it happen. It's a bustling operation that got even more bustling through the pandemic, and now some employees say Starbucks frontline partners need a bigger voice in their workplace.
So my name's Alexis. I've been a Starbucks partner since I was just about 17 years old, for almost going on 7 years now.
Alexis Rizzo is one of the Starbucks workers, or partners, as the company calls them, in Buffalo, New York, who is organizing a union. Alexis is a shift supervisor, which means she manages the schedules of people working in the store. And she says she's constantly short-staffed.
Every single day I was running a staff of what should have been 8 people on my floor as a supervisor, because I run a drive-through store. So we're juggling multiple channels of business. We have the drive-through open. We have mobile order and pay, we have cafe, and we're dealing with intense understaffing, whether that's from people calling out or just from us not being allocated enough labor hours to function. And this is on top of all the added labor that we have to do because of COVID, just washing our hands, wiping everything down, all the high touch surfaces, everything we need to do to keep ourselves and our customers safe. And I'm doing all this work running a team of 3 to 4 people when I should have 8.
Alexis says this hasn't only made things difficult for her and her team, it's affecting customers.
And I have customers waiting in the drive-thru for half an hour. I have people who placed a mobile order 45 minutes ago and they're still just standing there. We haven't even gotten to the sticker yet.
And these issues, she believes, could be resolved by empowering individual stores to make decisions around their needs. Currently, those decisions lie solely with store managers.
And I would call and be like, hello, we are absolutely drowning. Customers are waiting for upwards of 20 minutes, and I need to turn off mobile orders so that we can recover. And the answer was always no, because that was not a thing we could do because we could not sacrifice profits. And I think that's just a symptom of how the company was for a really long time. That's what we want to change.
And in a win for organizers, the National Labor Relations Board just gave the green light for the union to hold an election at her store and 2 other stores.
So we're all able to vote now, starting on the 9th, which is really, really exciting.
I wanted to dig more into what's at stake with Seattle-based Starbucks union efforts. Noam Scheiber is a reporter at the New York Times, and he's been covering this. He says this effort isn't just about one issue. It's about changing the power dynamics.
If you talk to the Starbucks workers involved in the Buffalo campaign, they're very explicit that while they have a number of specific problems at their stores, this is bigger than any one of those issues. They really want a voice in how to address issues at the store as they arise. So Starbucks refers to all its employees as partners, and it tends to recruit pretty smart, pretty capable people. They have some good benefits. They offer healthcare. So they tend to attract pretty smart, pretty capable people. And when those people hear that they are being described as partners at the company, often they want a say in their working conditions in addressing issues as they come up at work. And so I think a lot of this it's larger than any one issue. They want more of a say. They want to be involved more in just addressing issues as they come up in the store environment, as they do, on a regular basis.
I'm glad you mentioned that Starbucks refers to its employees as partners. How has the company responded so far to this union effort?
Well, the company is not unique in saying that it would prefer to deal directly with employees and not have what they refer to as a third party involved, which refers to the union. They have also sent a number of company officials to Buffalo, from the president for retail of North America, Ross Ann Williams, on down. There are a vice president has been there, regional directors, district managers from across the country, HR officials, other managers from other stores around the country, from Massachusetts, from Georgia, have come, and they've brought them in. They refer to them as support managers. The company says that this is just to basically understand some of the issues that have come up there, to fix any operational issues, to help with the training, to help with the staffing, even to renovate and redesign some stores to make it more efficient. A lot of the workers express concern that this is really designed to intimidate them, to make them feel surveilled, and just to kind of throw them off their game as this vote approaches.
I'm curious if you think it says something about the moment we're in with regards to the balance of power, corporate power.
Yeah, I think we're in this moment where there are two big things going on as a result of the pandemic. One is, a huge number of job openings. We had a record number of job openings over the summer. And the fact is, it's just hard for employers to fill jobs. They're competing with a lot of other companies to hire people, and it's not so easy. So workers have some leverage. They realize they have leverage. There's no question about that. And the second thing is there's just a sense of unfairness among a lot of workers, many of whom were deemed essential during the pandemic, many of whom came to work at tremendous personal health risk to themselves. They saw their companies make enormous profits. So I think a lot of workers who took some risks to come to work at those companies saw them make enormous profits and are now wondering, well, why isn't this being shared more evenly? And as someone who's covered the Amazon union election in Bessemer, Alabama, there could be another one in Staten Island soon. Something you hear from a lot of workers. This company is founded by one of the richest men in the world, and it's making these enormous profits. And yet, we're still making $15, $16, $17 an hour working under these enormously trying conditions. Where's our share?
Noam Scheiber, thanks so much for chatting with us. Noam Scheiber, reporter for the New York Times. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for listening today. Caroline Chamberlain Gomez produced today's show. Our production team is Clare McGrane, Jenny Cecil-Moore, Diana Opong, and Jason Pagano. Matt Jorgensen does our theme music. I'm Patricia Murphy.